I'm canceling Christmas. Before I jump into the 3 key things that we are doing instead in order to avoid a sense of entitlement, let me tell you a little story. So last year we made a pretty big mistake. We were going through a pretty tough time when it comes to just a big move that happened in June and me with having a hard time with our pregnancy, and we kind of overcompensated. We overcompensated when it came to the gifts and the focus of Christmas and all the things. So when it came time to presents, to say that it was less than stellar opening of gifts and contentment and all the things would be understated. And so even though my kiddos did not believe in Santa Claus, we somehow became Santa. Right in the middle of opening gifts, my husband and I were like, just to let y'all know, next year, we're not doing any gifts. This is a collaboration hosted by yours truly. What I got my kids for Christmas, even though I didn't get my kids anything. So definitely check out the playlist at the end so that you can get some more gift ideas. So what are we doing instead? When I was 11 years old, my dad passed away. And he passed away in September. With Christmas around the corner and with my mom just becoming a single parent, she was a stay-at-home mom, we had no plans of having a Christmas that year. I remember waking up on Christmas morning to a huge tree and presents underneath it. And first and foremost, my 6-year-old sister and my 4-year-old brother, they were so happy. They were just beyond ecstatic. And I just remember their joy. And I remember the stress and pressure that I held as an 11-year-old girl, thinking about how my brother and sister's Christmas was going to be now that our dad had passed away. And I remember looking over at my mom and the tears in her eyes. And it wasn't about the presents that I got that year. I don't even remember what I personally got. But I remember my brother and my sister, the joy that they had and the happiness that we got just after such a huge loss. That happy day after just months and months of sadness, because the church decided to serve us. And they did far more than just giving us presents that year. They helped cover our mortgage. They came around us and they gave us meals and services and all the things. And so this year, I want to give that to a family. We want to serve others. And so that is the one thing that we are giving our children this year, is the opportunity for philanthropy, the opportunity to give back and serve others. And so we're going to be looking for different ways that we can serve and give back to others. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, Not Consumed does this for free on her site. She does these random act of kindness cards and activities and different things. And so we're going to be doing that, as well as some other things with our local church body to serve and give back. But I will have that article linked in the description if you want to check that out. But that's the first thing we're going to be doing. So focusing on serving and giving back will give a huge perspective change for our kiddos. And we've already let them know that there will be no Christmas list this year. Do not make a list of gifts that you want, because instead we will be focusing on gifting. And so they will be gifting one another, but they cannot tell each other what they want. We want them to be a good steward of their siblings and a good study of their siblings, which honestly, we'll help them be a good study of their wives and husbands when they get older, or just of people, and seeing what their sibling needs and seeing how they can in turn be better gift givers, because shoot, God is the greatest gift giver of all. So giving gifts, there's nothing wrong with giving gifts and receiving gifts. It's the heart attitude that is behind it. That's what truly matters. But all that to say, being good studies of their siblings, that's the second thing that we will be gifting them, is the perspective change of Christmas not being about me, but more so being about how can we give to others? How can we gift others? The fun and excitement of gifting a gift that truly gives back to someone that you love and care about. I have not seen my family in almost a year. No, longer than that. I have not seen my family in over a year. Some of them in 2 years, my extended family. And I miss them so much. We miss them so much. And we have been very homesick when it comes to just being so far away from family. This is the longest that we've ever gone without seeing family or being together during the holidays. And so the biggest gift is we are giving our children the gift of presents. Presents, not presents. And we are taking a huge trip to Florida. But the goal of this trip is not necessarily, it's a huge vacation, but it's more so of a time to spend together and enjoy one another and be around each other. I don't ever want for my children to forget about the reason for the season and to forget the sacrifices that is Christmas, that is Christ's coming. And so we will be focusing on the reason for the season this year. Even though my kiddos aren't necessarily getting gifts from us this year, they are getting gifts from family members. But that will be secondary in comparison to the gift of presents and being with their family. I do want to say that this is what's best for my family in this season that we are in. But that doesn't mean we're anti-presents. So if you want gift ideas of physical presents, check out this playlist right here.